Give it up to the Bucks. They did exactly what they needed to do in Milwaukee, and that was win both games at home. Chris Middleton putting on a show in Game 4. 40 points in the game total, but most of his damage coming in the fourth quarter. He had 14 points in the fourth quarter. Take a look at this, though. 10 of them in the final 2 minutes when the Bucks were down just 2 with over 2 minutes to play. Keep in mind, he scored just 29 points in the previous 2 games combined. Let's talk about Game 4 and potentially Game 6, 7. We're going to see where this goes, Rep Hamilton, because it has been incredible so far. How important now is it to have Chris Middleton as that scoring option late in these close games for the Bucks?
Man, it's been very important all playoffs long. I mean, we all know and expected what Giannis Antetokounmpo can do. They added Drew Holiday this year. Just the lack of offensive firepower with Bledsoe at the point last year. But Chris Middleton always been the guy everybody thought saying to themselves is, can he be the sidekick for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Can he, when teams boggle down their defense and the Milwaukee Bucks have to play a half-court offense, can Chris Middleton create plays and create opportunities, not just for himself, but for other guys too? And he really showcased it from the standpoint of getting a bucket last night. I thought he was super aggressive getting to his spots. He understood that, hey, you know what? When Giannis drives, the defense is going to collapse. I got to stay spaced. I got to take advantage of every opportunity I have on the perimeter. What he did well was he really shot the ball. He really stroked it really well. He got to his spots. He didn't allow the Phoenix Suns to really speed him up offensively. He didn't settle for the three-point shot. He took a little page out of Chris Paul and Devin Booker, getting to the medium-range shot. That was very effective against the Phoenix Suns, bringing DeAndre Ayton out on the perimeter, especially in pick-and-roll situation, because Phoenix was kind of playing DeAndre Ayton in a drop area where that when Chris Middleton comes off the pick-and-roll, he can knock down that 15 to 18-foot. They were going to give him that 15 to 8-foot jump shot, and Chris was just able to knock it down.
Let's talk about Chris Paul here for a second. I mean, the worst performance of the finals so far for him. He scored 10, had 5 of the Suns' 17 turnovers. And I mean, he knew it. He said at the press conference after, like, look, I own this. But here's the thing. Is it just him, or just how good is this Bucks defense right now in shutting him down?
Well, you got to tip your hat off to the Milwaukee Bucks, and especially Drew Holiday. I mean, if you look at him from an offensive standpoint, yes, he didn't shoot the ball well, shot 4 for 20 from the field, didn't really get it going on the offensive end. But, hey, he understood that, hey, sometimes coming into a game, you got to take the head off the snake, and the head is Chris Paul. He's a guy that's been leading this Phoenix Suns team all playoffs long, a guy that rarely never turns the ball over, been turning over the ball a lot of late. But I think Drew Holiday's definitely been using his size. I think when you're a bigger guard like Drew is, a guy that can guard 1 through 3, and he's able to pretty much put his body on Chris Paul. He's long. He's very crafty with his hands to get steals. But the one thing about him, he's sticking on Chris Paul like glue. As you see, especially when he comes off pick and roll, he never gives up on the play. But he's using his physicality and understands that, hey, we're the bigger team. I got guys on my team like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez in the paint. So the only thing I got to do is funnel Chris Paul into the paint and don't allow him to get to that medium-range jump shot. Allow my bigs to kind of make him try to make a pass or a shot over top of them.
Let's stick with the Bucks defense here for a second. Giannis making that massive block against DeAndre Ayton. I mean, it was just incredible there. So Giannis, I mean, with the incredible block, he's not scoring a whole bunch, but how is he still having such a big impact in these games?
This is why he was my MVP the previous years and most likely everybody else's. It's not just his impact, what he does from a scoring standpoint. I mean, Giannis is a guy that does everything. And I always go back to what Jason Kidd was able to do to Giannis back early in his career to allow him to play the point guard position. Because what that does is allow Giannis to go out there and make plays on the offense. And he just doesn't look as himself as a primary scorer. As you look at him right there on the defense, and he uses his length. Giannis has long arms. He has the go-go gadget arms. He can get out on the break. You watch him right there. He's able to hedge on the pick and roll, then come down and get a block shot. Most bigs can't do that. I know Chris Paul was saying to himself, come on, man, where's Brook Lopez? As you see right there, he gets on a break, and he's still able to make the pass to Pat Covington. This is what he's able to do best right here. One of the best blocks I done seen in finals history. I mean, got to go back to the LeBron James block that he did on Andre Iguodala. Never gave up on a play. That's hard and tough to do, especially when you got a hot Devin Booker coming off pick and rolls and is able to get to his medium range jump shot, because you don't want to give that shot up, because you know how hot Devin Booker has been going. And if a shot that you're going to give up is the alley-oop to Aiden, he didn't quit on the play. He was able to get back and make an incredible block shot. That's why he's the MVP. He does more than just scoring the basketball. That's why I always tell people, he is the Batman of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, no. Now we're going to get back into this, to the Batman, to the Rob. You know this confuses me. I was trying to bring Thanos into it earlier because I don't really understand it. I just know there's stones involved. All right, he is the Batman. Let's talk about the Suns, though. You mentioned Devin Booker there, 42 last night. He has now scored 542 points in this postseason so far. That is more than any other player in their first NBA Finals. The Suns, they waste that effort. He scored, I think, nobody else scored more than 15 points. What concerns you the most with what you saw from the Suns team last night?
One, they gotta handle the ball better. I mean, 17 turnovers in this game is way too much, especially when you got one of the best leaders in the game of basketball, in Chris Paul. That's something that you just don't expect from this ball club. But it is expected when you're playing not on your home court. And sometimes when the Milwaukee Bucks get really aggressive, sometimes the referees give you calls that you might not get if you're not playing on your home court. So I think the Phoenix Suns has to do a better job of really controlling the ball, controlling the pace, not turning the ball over, especially in late situations. And also, they got to do a better job rebounding the ball. I thought that the Milwaukee Bucks did a great job attacking the offensive glass, which they got 17 last night. Really attacking the glass and using their size. That's their advantage in this series. But I think that one thing that the Phoenix Suns can do better is not turn the ball over.
And I will say, Rip, kudos to you, Devin Booker. We asked you yesterday what he needed to do to bounce back from Game 3. You said forget fast, and he, by all means, did that. And as far as the Bucks, they have now just lost one game at home so far this postseason. All right, let's look ahead to the rest of the series. We get Game 5 back in Phoenix. We're going to get Game 6 back in Milwaukee. Does it go to a Game 7? Did the Suns still win like you predicted? What are you thinking now after 4 games?
Amanda, I think this goes to Game 7. I mean, both teams are really showcasing their ability to play really, really well at home. So I just feel as though Milwaukee took care of business on their home court. Now, Phoenix got to come out and be ready and prepared that, hey, you just put a battery in this Bucks team's back. Now they're excited, they're rejuvenated. Now they believe that, hey, they can win this series. So I see this going to Game 7, but I still feel as though with Phoenix home court advantage that they come out as the NBA champion.
And I heard this morning here on HQ, Avery Johnson agrees with you. 7 games, but that Phoenix comes out victorious. Rip Hamilton, we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the game there on Saturday. All right, here's the rest of the NBA Finals. Chris, I haven't asked you, because I keep having to read this, and we know the schedule. Do you have an opinion?
I would just, not really. I'd like to see it go 7. I do know Sportsline has an opinion that there's no longer any value on the Suns. They've been saying all playoffs, value on the Suns, value on the Suns, value on the Suns. Not anymore. They're minus 150 to win it now. Bucks given a 43% chance to win it according to Sportsline. That's my opinion. I take it from the pros.
All right, good job there.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.